Hey, welcome back to the N.y.a show. I hope that everyone has been enjoying the weekend, have an even better week as we jump right into the stories. Appreciate the support for the show. Always, once again, head on over to Spotify and listen to How a Mother is Balancing Life in the Pursuit of Dreams, an interview with actress Breyonna Thomas. Make sure you go and listen to that 41-minute interview right there on Spotify, as well as literally it's no pressure. There's an interview out there. Links will be below, and it's over an hour, but it's definitely worth the listen. Full support to my wife, so y'all go ahead and check that out. Peace on most of her platforms. So let's get right into the story for tonight, which is this one right here. After decades of struggle for a place in Israel, dozens of Black Hebrews face threat of deportation. So now we have a family that's been over in Israel for a long time, and Tovi Israel and dozens of other residents of the Village of Peace are now in threat of being deported. Dimona, a city on the edge of the nation of Israel's Negev, a desert, has been her home for 24 years, y'all. All her kids came up here. They don't know no other homes other than they're like how they say about other people. They know no other homes other than Israel. You know what I'm saying? The family came over from the United States as they are Black Hebrew Israelites. Her 8 children were born here and know of no other country. Now, she and the 44 other undocumented members of the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem face deportation. Receiving the order to leave 2 years ago was a moment of disbelief for Israel, who is 53 years old. I feel like the government has been merciless to me and my children. Sounds about right. The Black Hebrews, as the spiritual community's members are commonly known, made their way to Israel from the United States in 1960. While members do not consider themselves Jewish, they claim an ancestral connection to Israel. Around 3,000 Black Hebrews live in remote, hand-scrappled towns in southern Israel. The Village of Peace, a cluster of low-slung buildings surrounded by vegetable patches and immaculate gardens in Dimona, is the community's epicenter. So there you have it. Over the decades, Black Hebrews have made gradual inroads into the Israeli society. After years of bureaucratic wrangling, over 500 members hold Israeli citizenship. So it did work out for some of them, and most of the rest have permanent residency. So it's not like this whole F y'all situation with everybody. But about 130 have no formal status and now face deportation. Some don't even have foreign passports to say they spent their entire adult lives in Israel and have nowhere else to go. So it's just like, I don't know if they can, I don't know, are they going to come back to America, get a house, hotel until they get them some property, jobs and stuff, like how they do the migrants that come over now? I highly doubt that they'll do that for Black people, especially Black people who left to go to Israel as Black Hebrews. I don't think that they'll give any love to them, which is truly unfortunate. The community's long fight to secure status shines the light on Israel's strict immigration policy, which grants people it considers Jewish automatic citizenship, but limits entry to others who don't fall under its definition. So here you are living by a definition of what you feel to be true about who you are and what you identify as, and they are saying, nah, that ain't what you are. They are like the African Hebrew Israelites are one of the concessionalization of Black religious groups in the U.S. They emerged in the late 19th and 20th centuries and encompass a wide spectrum of Christian and Jewish inspired belief. Some fringe Black Hebrew groups in the U.S. hold extremist or anti-Semitic views, according to the civil rights groups ADL and the Southern Poverty Law Center. The community in Dimona does not espouse such beliefs. So here they are accusing them of being anti-Semitic. So regardless of how they understand Jesus or how they dress or any of these other aspects, their underlying theological points is what binds them together. The Black Hebrews believe that they are descendants of the biblical tribes of Israel, who, after the Romans' quest of Judea in 70 AD, fled down into the Nile and west into the African interior and were ultimately taken as slaves in North America centuries later, and they decided to return back home. But unfortunately, they're dealing with the government over there that doesn't want to let them stay. They remain illegal aliens. Some of them stateless after renouncing their American citizenship until the early 1990s, when they began receiving temporary Israeli residency. So you're dealing with a situation where you've been gone so long that they consider you not to be a citizen anymore. And it's a matter of what do you want to do when they sadly may lead to using force to get them out of the region, which is not right. But who am I to say was right or was wrong? I don't understand the immigration completely, but you would think that someone that's been in there, that's been there their whole life, you know what I'm saying, and a part of a group that's already been, put into a certain sector of society, that you guys are, give them a break. You know what I'm saying? At least give them a break. The Village of Peace. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything. I don't see anything about any crimes being committed. Maybe I missed it. That's not in the article. I don't see anything that puts them as a threat to what's going on in Israel right now. If anything that brings some form of peace and integrity to the area. But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are on the story, because like I said, Black Hebrews in Israel, they've been there since the beginning of their time. The family, this whole family done grown up there, who've been there, and now they're saying that they'll be deported back to the United States, where they renounced citizenship over 20 years ago. Nah, I think that their status should be made, put in stone, because they are Israelites. But let me know what your thoughts are on this story. It's the N.y.a show as always, and I'll see you next time. Once again, Black Hebrew Israelites, they're saying that they are going to be deported, but they have never known of any other home. Let me know what your thoughts are on this story. I appreciate y'all always.